Hello. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this amazing section today. We are here again today, and I can see the first person here that joined this training today, Onya Nelson. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining this section for today. Of course, we are going to start in a few minutes' time. We are going to give maybe extra 3-4 minutes for other people to join. So if we are here, you have your team members, you have our recruits as at March 2026. Do well to share this training link with them for them to join as soon as possible. Of course, as we all know, this is the third presentation or the third training for this month. We started 2 weeks ago with Module 1. And after that we had an amazing section as well last week for Module 2. And today we are here as well for Module 3, which is also going to be power-packed as always. Please, if we are here, you have your team members, you have your downlines, you have some of your recruits that have not joined this training yet. Please do well to share the training link with them for them to join. And we're going to start as soon as possible. Thank you for joining. So if you are joining us, please do well to drop your consultant number and your name as well. Thank you, Onya, once more for joining. So we're waiting for other people to drop their consultant number and also where they are watching us from. Onya Nelson, could you please tell us where you joined from? Where are you watching us from? Onya Nelson, if you can hear me, can you please put on the comment section where you are watching us from? I can also see Margaret Mary Nguta from Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining, Ma. I think I'm familiar with this name. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. It's going to be power packed as always. Thank you for joining. And it's a good thing as well. Most times people find it difficult to join for trainings like this. But for the past few weeks that we launched this Alpha Club, I've been seeing a good number of people that have been joining. It's a good one. It's a good one that we are joining as well. Kindly share the link with your team members to join. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. And let me also announce, of course, we are not just here to train you, we're also here to make it fun. Of course, all our training is always fun and engaging. And it's also important that I announce this. If we are here and you've attended all the 3 modules, we have a gift for you. If we are here, you attended the Module 1 section, Module 2, and you're also here today, just relax, stay back, don't be in a hurry to leave this training. We have a gift for you. Hope you're excited about that. Yeah, it's going to be power packed as always. We are waiting for others to join. We are going to start in the next 2 minutes. In 2 minutes' time, we are going to start. Hope we are all ready. All right, we are going to start. Of course, as we all know, for people who have been attending the trainings ever since we started, We always have a timeline for this training. So it's always 59 minutes. And of course, we are not going to keep anybody here more than that. So we are going to start. Of course, we're expecting others to join us, so we don't keep others waiting as well. And as you all know, I'm your host for today's training, and my name is Stanley Ovu, Area Sales Manager. Uh, I joined this training all the way from Lagos. So irrespective of wherever you are, wherever you've joined us from, you are all welcome. We are here to get the knowledge, to get those informations we need on how we can grow our business and invite more people to join our network. So what are we going to do? What are we going to be looking at? First thing we are going to be looking at is, first of all, let's have a recap on Module 2. Of course, that has been the way we've been doing it. We're doing Module 2 training. We had a recap of what we did during Module 1, and we're also going to do that now. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Margaret Mary, I thank you for joining. I can also see Onya from Port Harcourt. Onya Nelson, thank you for joining as well. So, quick one. We're also going to be we are going to have a recap of what happened during our section last week of Module 2. We talked about so many things, of which of part of those things we talked about was some of our fast sellers, some of the products you can leverage on as a new joiners, how you can make immediate profit, how you can calculate your immediate profit, and how you can make 25% profit once you buy at consultant price and sell at catalog price. So we mentioned, of course, these are our fast sellers, like we mentioned last week. And we can see the Novage Plus range. We can see the Feminine range. We can see the Optimus range. We can also see the Philosophy range, and finally Milk and Honey Scrub. We talked about that last week briefly. Can you see my screen? Please, can you please drop your comment if you can see my screen? I don't know before I continue. Can anyone here still see my screen? Before I continue. Okay. Okay. Please, I need to be sure before I continue. If you can still see my screen, just put it on the comment section. Yes, you can. Okay, great. I can see. Yes. All right. Thank you, Margaret Mary. So during Module 2, we gave an assignment, and the assignment before Module 3, and of course, I'm also going to ask some questions. Did you do any of these tasks? It's also important. One of the things that we also need to we need to learn. Of course, some of us here, maybe you've been doing it, but we also need to prioritize that. We also need to make it as part of our daily, when we have some tasks to do on. I can't see the screen. Can you see it now? Abiola, can you see my screen now? I don't know. Please confirm if you can see it now before I continue. Okay, great. Okay, I need to continue then. So whenever we have a section, we always give a task for people to go, and for people to also go through the slides, or people to also go and check what we did for that day. And it's also good you pay attention to all this, because it's also going to. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, it's also going to help you as well, for you to also know the areas you need to adjust and what you need to do regarding the training for each day. Of course, we now move over to Reach Your Happy Place. Of course, as we've been mentioning before now, this is our team. And of course, we all know that once you become a brand partner with Oriflame, of course, based on what we offer, because you are going to make money, you are going to live great, and you're also going to have fun. Of course, if you're able to get these three things as an individual, as an adult, of course, you've reached a happy place. Not just that, from the very first day you registered with Oriflame and you're able to get your consultant number, of course, you've reached a happy place. Of course, that's what we offer. And without wasting much of our time, we're also going to listen to a success story from an amazing leader. Like I mentioned last week during our module 2 training, it's always good for you to share your success. Share your success story is very, very important. You never can tell people that is going to motivate out there. And whenever you want to share your success story, make sure you need to ensure that whatever this the story you are putting out there is real. You don't just come up with.
You can do what you want, just seize that day. What you doing tomorrow's gonna come your way. Don't you ever consider giving up. You will find out.
All right. So sorry about that. I think the network logged me out. So sorry about that. Can anyone see my screen now? All right. Okay. So as I was saying, there must be a reason for you to join Oriflame, and you also need to remind yourself of that. You need to ask yourself, why did I join? Am I still motivated? What motivated me to join is very, very important. As we all know, for someone to join Oriflame, there must be a reason. You must have your own personal reason. Maybe you are motivated by someone's success story or someone's testimonial, or you saw some recognition, or some you've been hearing some you've been seeing some videos from some of your friends, how they've been traveling the world with Oriflame. There must be a reason for you to join. Why did you join? So that's the question that you keep asking yourself, because that will serve as a motivation to you. Did you join because you want to make money? Did you join because you want to travel the world with Oriflame? Did you join because you want to look great? You want to have access to our amazing products? It is very, very important. And it's also important to know that you can't just tell people that if you're talking to someone, you can't just tell that person, I don't even know why I joined. There must be a reason for you to join. You need to find your why. What is your why? Very, very important. Before we go further, let's quickly watch this video from an amazing leader. This is our own success story. Let's pay attention to this video.
My name is Joy Akachukwu and I enjoy traveling around the world with Oriflame. I joined Oriflame to make money. I was a youth offer when I found Oriflame, and I did not want to go back to my parents' house and keep being a financial. I decided to take this business seriously. When I found out a month after I started that Oriflame was taking her brown partners to Paris. Now, I studied French in the university, and I know a lot about French culture, French civilization, French food, the language. I was so excited about people traveling to France with Oriflame for free. And I said to myself, I have to grow my business to the point where I start to enjoy visiting different countries with this brand. Guess what? Exactly 2 years after I made this decision, I was in Sweden with Oriflame. And since then, I have also traveled to Spain, I have traveled to Italy, all expenses paid with Oriflame. My best travel experience with Oriflame has to be our trip to Spain because I traveled with my husband. It was like second honeymoon. If you're someone like me who is adventurous, loves lots of fun, and you want to see the world, the best time to say yes to Oriflame is right now.
Amazing, right? You've heard from an amazing leader, Joy Chukukere. What did she mention here? She says she joined the Oriflame because she wants to travel the world, and you can see some video clips from her past international trips, and you can see that she has been building her business. Do you know why she has been doing her business, building a sustainable business? She always stick to her why, because she joined because she wants to travel the world. Like I mentioned earlier, you must have your reason for joining Oriflame. You must know your why. Why did you join? If you join because you want to travel the world, what do you need to do for you to build your business? Of course, you can still travel the world with Oriflame by building your business, by doing your business in the right way. You join because you want to make money. The question should be, what do I need to do for me to make money? How much target should I give myself at the end of every month? How much am I expected to make from Oriflame from every month? That should be your target if you join because you want to make money. If that's your why, you join because you want to look great. When we now talk about the product knowledge, how many of the products can you boldly recommend to someone and say these are the contents of this product? I recommend this. I've used this product. This you can use it this way. How are you planning to build your business? Please, if you are just joining, please you can drop your consultant number and your name. Is very, very important, as we always do before now. We're also going to pick the top 10 first attendants, people that join the training, first 10 people that join the training. Please, if you've joined and you've not dropped your consultant number and your name, please kindly do that. Thank you. So today we are going to be focusing on how you can travel the world with Oriflame. Like I mentioned earlier, we've talked about how you can make money with Oriflame, how you can look great, have access to our amazing products. Like we mentioned last week, that's when we'll not talk about our fast sellers. And today we are going to be talking about how you can travel the world with Oriflame. As we all know, in Oriflame we have two major conferences every year. We have national conference and international conferences. And when we now talk about our national conference, we now talk about our manager seminar, we talk about our director seminar. This kind of conference happens within Nigeria. And in Oriflame, when we say we are going to have fun, we are not having fun means you are going to have access to 5-star hotel whenever you qualify for any of these conferences, be it manager seminar, director seminar. And we take all our brand partners to 5-star hotels. We take them to the top-notch hotels in Nigeria. As we all know, we're not just here for you to tell you need to build your business, you need to invite people. There's always a time for us to have fun, for us to meet with our team members. As we all know, in Oriflame, you can be in Lagos and be building your business. You can be in Calabar, you can be in Abuja, you can be in Akwa Ibom, you can be anywhere and be building your business. As a matter of fact, you can even be outside Nigeria and be building your business. But whenever we have conferences like this, it's always an avenue for team members to unite with their downlines, with their uplines, with their team members. It's always an avenue for them to come together. And that's when we'll now see those team bonding. Of course, as we know, if you are in Lagos and you have your team member in Abuja, you can always see that person maybe once in a while. But whenever we have conferences like this, it's always an avenue for team members to bond, to talk about their business, have a physical sections. You've been my downline. You registered the time I did my ad last week. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Congratulations for qualifying for director seminar. It's part of the fun. So we've been to the best of hotels in Nigeria. We've been to Lagos Continental. We've been to Eco Hotel. We've been to Transcorp Hilton. We've been to Sheraton Hotel. We've been to the best of hotels in Nigeria because we always prioritize our brand partners. We always prioritize our leaders. So we're not going to say because it's a national conference, because you've qualified, is it not just a manager? Let's just take them to anyhow hotel. No, we prioritize our brand partners. We give them the best. So it's very, very important. We now talk about Gold Conference. We've been to so many countries for our Gold Conference. And when we now talk about international conference, we have Gold Conference and we have Diamond and Executive Conference. And one thing about these conferences I've mentioned, anybody can qualify for it. If you're able to meet up with the criteria, you are going to qualify for this trip. In Oriflame, we don't say, you just joined us last 2 months. We can't spend millions of naira for us to take you to Paris. Excuse me, because you just joined. No. Whatever we promise, whatever we said we are going to do, we are going to do it. If we are to put it out there that if you qualify for international trip, if you qualify for Paris, no matter your level, and you're able to fulfill the criteria, you are going to travel, we are going to travel. Because you qualify for it, you deserve for it. And that's why you can never see anybody drag us, or you can never see anybody saying, they promised they're going to take me to so country. They did not even take me to that country. That what they promised me was not what they did at the end. No. Because we keep to our promise. We want people to reach their happy place. So we can't say that we want you to reach a happy place, or once you've joined the reform, you've reached a happy place, and we are deviating from our promises. No, it's very, very important. And anybody can qualify for any of these conferences. And as you all know, you need to start gradually. It's a gradual process. Maybe you can start qualifying for national conferences, from national conferences to international conferences. Although we've seen people that join some months after they join, they qualify for international conferences. It happens. So it's not a must that you must before. It's not like it's like a stage step that we're going to say you can't qualify for international conference because you've not qualified for national conference for the first time. No. So I'm also trying to break these things down for you to know how it works. Because most times you get questions from your customers. If I join now, they said if you are to do this thing, if you are to become a senior manager, maintain 5 times to qualify for this trip, will I be able to qualify because I'm just joining? Knowledge is power, because you also need to know what to tell your people. You also need to know what to tell your customers. Like I mentioned, as you can see on my screen, we've been to the best of hotels in Nigeria. Best of hotels, to the best of hotels. There is no 5-star hotel that we mention in Nigeria that you've not been to. I can tell you for free, we've been to the best of hotels. And it's not just ending here. Because we prioritize our brand partners. We prioritize, once you become a brand partner, you represent the brand, and then we prioritize our brand partners. So if you are on this training today and you join because you want to travel the world with Oriflame, the question should now be, what am I going to do for me to travel the world with Oriflame? How do I start? What am I supposed to do? How do I start building my business? How can I be traveling around the world and also building my business? What do you need to do for you to achieve that? You need to set a 9-month goal to attend the next national conference. It is very, very important. Like I mentioned, it's achievable, it's doable. Anybody can do it. And nobody is going to restrict you. And what do you need to do? You need to set a 9 months goal to attend the next national conference, which is going to be next year, director seminar next year. What do we need to do? At least you must set a plan. You must give yourself a target. At least I must have like 10 customers every month. No matter how bad the month is. You can do that between May to October, from October to also March 2027. Keep your community active, at least for 50%. Teach your downlines to repeat what you are doing. Continue driving sales and recruitment. Like I've said before, and I'll keep saying that you can't give out what you don't have. For you to build a sustainable business, you need to set up, you need to teach your downlines how they can build the business in the right way. They need to, they are looking up to you. So if you're doing their business the right way, that's the same way they will build their business. If you're a brand partner, you are planning of building a business, but 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you've not been able to invite anybody to join your network, you've not been able to have any single recruit, what are you going to teach your downlines? What are you going to show them as a motivation? What's going to motivate them? Of course, they have their own different reasons why they join, but they're also looking up to you as their upline. They're also looking up to you as their sponsor. They're also looking up to you as someone who invited them to the business. So you need to set a target. Of course, within now to May next year, you'll be able to travel. And don't have this mindset, or don't start doubting yourself. I just joined the business. How will I now travel just after some months after? You can. Always go back to our team. Reach your happy place. You can do it. Provided you're able to achieve the criteria, meet your targets, of course, you are going to go. It's very, very important. You cannot work without targets. You cannot work without inviting people to join your business. If you don't know how to do offline prospecting, if you don't know how to register to invite people offline, start building your social media presence. It is very, very important. You can't lose in both ways. Rather, you can build your business using both platforms, both offline and online events. Very, very important. Start attending to training. Start asking your sponsors, what do I need to do? It is very, very important. How to invite and recruit. For you to have a sustainable business, you must keep inviting people to join your network. It is very, very important, because you can't do it alone. It's a teamwork. You need your downlines. You need people to get to that level that you've been longing to be. For you to be a director, for you to be a good director, for you to travel the world with Oriflame, you need to invite people. You need to tell people about Oriflame. The same way someone invited you and you started building your business, that's the same way you need to share the information with others for them to join your network. And what do you need to do for you to achieve this? Let's quickly watch this video before we continue.
At Oriflame, when you shop groceries, when you pick up your child from school, when you are at the bank, or at a family gathering, another tip is to share what you're up to on social media. Share your daily beauty routine. Share how great you feel thanks to wellness routine. Share beauty tips and tutorials. Share your story, why you joined Oriflame and what you've achieved so far. If you get a like or comment, reach out in a direct message and invite that follower to one of your meetings. Thanks for your comment on my post. I think you'd like this routine as well. I've sent you a DM with some more info. We believe at Oriflame, when you shop groceries, when you pick up your child from school, when you are at the bank, or at a family gathering, another tip is to share what you're up to on social media. Share your daily beauty routine. Share how great you feel thanks to your wellness routine. Share beauty tips and tutorials. Share your story, why you joined Oriflame and what you've achieved so far. If you get a like or comment, Reach out in a direct message and invite that follower to one of your meetings. Thanks for your comment on my post. I think you'd like this routine as well. I've sent you a DM with some more info. We believe.
Amazing, right? So what does this video tells us? You don't need to be 100% ready before you tell people about your business. You don't need to have a particular day for you to that you just block your calendar and say this day is just for recruitment. I'm not going to do anything till 5th of May. I'm not going to do anything till 13th of May 2026. Excuse me. I'm not going to do anything till 15th of May 2025. You can tell people about the business as you are going to the market to buy to get some stuff, as you are going to pick your kids from school, if you are going for school run, as you are going to church, you can tell people, okay, madam, okay, I'm a brand partner with Oriflame. Can I have a moment with you, maybe 5-10 minutes of your time? It is very, very important. And I mentioned this during our last training. Don't make excuses for people. Don't just say because she's my church member, I know she shouldn't be able to afford these products. No, don't make excuses for people. All you need to do is for you to tell them about your brand, is for you to tell them about Oriflame. It's not left for them to decide if they're going to join or not. Because we've seen people, some people have this mindset, she's my neighbor at home. I know she won't be able, that one, she can't even afford, she can't even get the products. No, don't make excuses for people. Our priorities differs. It's possible that that person you're even saying that she can't even buy the product. It's possible that she's looking for products on how to spend, for her to spend her money on. You don't know her priority. So it's very, very important to pay attention to that. Wherever you are, just go with your catalog. If you can't go with a hard copy of your catalog, you can go with a soft copy of your catalog. It's very, very important. And that's where the investments come in. You need to at least get 5-10 catalogs every month so you can share with your customers, or you can share with people whenever you're doing offline activities. Very, very important. Then we now move over to tip 2. What are we going to be looking at? Invite people to your events and call with your sponsor. It's very, very important. Whenever we have events like catalog launch, OM, any mega events, you can always invite your guests. You can always invite the people you've been talking to for them to attend. You don't need to be there physically for you to invite people to attend events. If you are in Abuja and we have catalog launch happening in Lagos, you have people you've been talking to and they're in Lagos, you can invite them for events. I want you to always remember this. We work as a team. It is very, very important. You can talk to some of your team members in Lagos. I have a guest that will be attending this event. Kindly help me put her through in case she asks some questions or there's some information she would like to get from you. Very, very important. And what do you need to do? This, you can see the example, you can see the templates on my screen. I just had, hi Ramat, I just had to reach out to you to tell you that 2 weeks ago, I found the perfect business for me, and I think you would find it very interesting too. Give it a trial. Invite for a 3-way call with your upline and manager. Very, very important. Hi Folashade, I just started my own beauty business. It's such a nice community of fun, supportive people that I belong to now. I think it's something you should really love to do. Give them that option. It's not left for them to say, okay, tell me more about it. That's when you will now go further to tell them, I would love to introduce you to my friend who can tell you more. She has a great story and she's really into wellness, just like you. What does that tell you? We work as a team. You can refer someone to your upline. You don't need to think, I don't even know what to tell him. I've not been using this wellness product. I've not used any of the philosophy ranges. No. Okay, I told her about you and she would love to connect. She can chat you tomorrow morning by 12 noon or 7 p.m. What would be your best time? It depends on you, on her engagement. She can say, okay, maybe 12 is fine, 1 p.m. is fine as well. Then we now move over to the next one, more high value invitation. Very, very important. Follow up after skincare section. But before that, you need to build a relationship. People should not see you because you only reach out to them when you want to talk about your different business, when you just want to talk to them on how they can place order or how they can leverage on offers for the month. You need to build the relationship. It's very, very important. You can't work with people if you don't have a relationship with them, because it's only when you have a relationship with someone that's when the person can open up to you. I've not been able to buy some product for some days now. I'm having issues at my workplace. These are the reasons I won't be able to do this. I've been sick for some time now, and people can only open up to you when there is relationship. So, in as much as you want to follow up with your guests, you want to follow up with your team members, you want to follow up with your customers, make sure you have a relationship with them. Your communication to them shouldn't be based on how they can buy products. You can randomly check up on them. How have you been? I've not heard from you. You've not posted anything. Hope you are fine. Is there anything you would like to tell me? It is very, very important. They need to believe you. They need to make sure that you are the kind of sponsor they are looking for. That you are the kind of person they can work with. It is very, very important. Another more high value invitation you need to invite. Of course, you invite people based on their needs. We've talked about this skincare section. We're not talking about wellness club. I mentioned this during our last training. You recommend product based on someone's need. If you have someone, maybe you did an ad on Facebook and someone chatted you up. I saw what you did about the MRP. Please, how can I get one for myself? Don't recommend a Novage Plus for that person. Don't just do that because you want to sell your products. Okay, I know you are interested in MRP, but I can tell you all our products are very nice. But before MRP, why not go for Novage Sex? Why not go for Optimus? No, you attend to people based on their needs. So you have to categorize it. You need to pay attention to what that person needs at that point in time. It is very, very important. This second one is another example of what I'm trying to say. You need to know what they want, and that will also guide you on how you can recommend for them. We now move over to events and meeting to invite your guests to attend. One by one meeting. You speak to one person at a time about what Oriflame offers and share your story. What is the aim? The aim is to attract with your story and the offers that fits the person's interest. Very, very important. That's the aim. Someone is trying to ask you, I'm having this skin reaction, what should I do? Don't introduce your don't go outside what that person is asking for. Don't just do it because you want to sell your product, because you don't have that particular product, you just want to sell what is available, you comment another product for that person. That's why some people lose customers, because they're not getting what they want. Another thing to look at is three-way call with sponsor and upline. Phone conversation with your sponsor, handling the meeting. This is for hard to close clients you struggle with. It's very, very important. You can always call your sponsor. Okay, this what I need from you. Can you also assist us with this? Small group meetings. You invite your guests to a meeting organized by your sponsor or upline. Then the capacity is around 5 to 30 persons. It can be online, at home setting, small hall or SPO in your location. At least once in a week. Now, people will say, I don't need to be meeting people once in a week. You can imagine maybe you have your own personal business, you have a shop or you have an office, and you don't go to work. Maybe you don't go to work for a week, 2 weeks. You don't even open your office, don't even open your shop. You can imagine what will happen to your business. That's the same mindset that you should bring in your different business. What will happen if you don't go to work every week? If you don't go to work 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you've not been able to, you've not opened your shop, or you have your own personal business, you've not been able to do anything for the past 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. You can imagine how it's going to affect your business. We've talked about small group meetings. We're also looking at large group meetings. You invite your guests to a meeting organized by your sponsor or client manager. The capacity is around 100 to 500 persons. It can be online or at a rented hall, open space, or even event center. Of course, if you have any SPO closer to you, you can visit our SPOs for events. Like I always mention, we work as a team. You can't go to any SP and the person will tell you, no, you can use my SPO, you don't need to be here. No, you can invite your prospect, you can go there and attend to them. Very, very important. So what's your personal branding? That's why we always give that unique number, brand partner ID. Your personal brand is you. The only person that can represent the brand for you is yourself. Build your personal brand is very, very important. Don't have this mindset because I'm just a brand partner, I'm not representing the brand. It's only MD and also and some other staff that can boldly say that they are representing the brand. No. Your personal brand is you. And what is personal branding? It's expressing what makes a person unique in the eyes of other people. What makes you unique in the eyes of other people? That's your personal brand. That's your brand. It's how people see them. It's how we see them. It's what we think of them, how we remember them, and most importantly, their personal brand is what makes them stand out from everyone else. Then when we now talk about a personal branding, what are some of the qualities that come to your mind when you see the photo of Oprah Winfrey? Let's just take out of the discussion. How will people see you if you are to leave any room today, if you are to leave any place, if you are to leave your office today, your workplace today? What will people talk about you? Do you represent the brand? Will people just talk about, don't mind that one, she's just doing the business, she don't even understand how the business works? I asked her about the OptiFresh, she was just telling me that she doesn't know how it works, but I should just give it a try. Do you represent your brand? Do people believe in you? It is very, very important. Because people can partner with you if they don't believe in you. How do people see you? Do you represent the brand? How do you sell your products to people? How do you tell them about the products? How do you coach them? How do you guide them? How do you support them? How do you share information with them? How often do you reach out to them? How have you been teaching them how to do the business? Because these are basic things we don't pay attention to most times. As you can see on my screen, these are examples of personal branding. You can see Perpetual Kadike, you can see Sabdat Musa Tabo, you can see Nimaide Sugatri and the Nyoman Soyamanta from our top 15 leader from Indonesia. You can once you see people like this, you can see they represent their personal brand. The first name on the screen, you can see a student and a nurse, nurse, and a business consultant. Once you see this, you now know this is this person's personal brand. You can see the second person, and she's an actress, a model, creator, Miss International 2024, wellness coach, face of Oriflame 2024, and also a co-director with Oriflame Nigeria. That's the personal brand. The same thing with Sabdat Musa Tabo, beauty and wellness advocates, business mogul and top leader Oriflame Nigeria. That's the personal brand. I've led over 100 women into building multiple six-figure earning business and remains passionate about helping more women live life on their own terms. A personal brand. How do people see you? There are some people are you a brand partner that once someone sees you, the one will now come to the person's mind, you'll be, this is a brand partner. I know I like everything about her. The way she talks to people about her products, the way she talks to people about her brand. Do you represent your brand very well? Are you someone that someone will just recommend and people will say, I don't mind that one. She doesn't fully know what she's doing. She's just doing the business for doing sake. And that's why you must have a reason for joining the business. Because that will always have as a motivation and that will keep you going. So it's time for games. Of course, all our trainings is always fun and engaging. We're not just here to tell you how to can build your business. We also try as much as we can to make it engaging. And it's time for us to play our Kahoot game. like we always do. And are we ready? Great. So let's play our Kahoot game. So we are going to use your consultant number as your nickname, and the game pin is 31833. You need to go to Google and just type www.kahoot.it for you to join this. It's very, very important. So the if you can't even do that, you can also scan the QR code showing on my screen for you to join. And I repeat again, the game pin is 312S33. Yes, the game pin is 318. It's 33. Are we ready? Are we ready? So we are going to start now. As we all know, there's always a gift for our first, second, and third winners. We always give them an amazing gift. Of course, we are the third winner for today's game. Will be going, or we are going to give that person our mixer umbrella. The second person will get our earrings, and the first person will get an amazing wristwatch from us. So if we are here and you've not joined, please do that as we are going to start this game in few seconds. All right. Here we go. The first question is, what is Oriflame offer to you? 14 seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. What is Oriflame offer to you? And we have and the winner is 1113118. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. Congratulations. We are taking note of this. At the end of this training today, we are going to send the gift as promised to all the winners today. And we are also going to be attending three questions today. We've attended to the first one, and we are going over to the second one. Are we all ready? What is your personal branding? What is your personal? We just talked about this like few minutes ago. What is your personal branding? Who knows the answer to this? What's your personal branding? Are we ready? And we have a winner, and the winner is 1335020. Congratulations, congratulations. We are taking note of this. And of course, like we always do, we are going to send your gift at the end of this training today. And we are now moving over to the third question, which is also going to be the last question for today. And I hope we are all ready. How do you recruit into your new community? How do you recruit? How do you invite people to join your business? Let me see who's going to be the winner. And the winner is 1335020. Congratulations to our top three winners. Of course, we are going to send your gifts as we always promise. We've been doing that, and we're also going to continue doing that. So thank you everyone for being part of this exercise. And of course, we're also going to move to the next thing we have for today. Of course we talked about the cohorts. Of course, this is just about the cohorts 2 training. And next month, we're also going to be focusing on April recruits. As we all know, this cohort 2 is just for March recruits, and this is the last part of this Alpha Club exercise for this month. And April, we are going to share the flyers and the dates of when we are going to be having the sections for May, and we are going to be focusing on April recruits. And I can also tell you that the training so far for cohort 2, it has been an amazing work. We started on the 7th of April, and we had our second section last week, 14th of April, and today is the third part of for our module 3, and it has been power packed, and we believe we've been getting value ever since we started this training. And one thing about this Alpha Club onboarding is that you can always come back here to rewatch this video. If you have your March recruits, they were unable, due to one reason or the other, they were unable to attend to this section, you can always come back. You can always refer them to this YouTube section. Like we always do, we will share a link for you to rewatch this video. You can come back anytime. You can always send your team members. And it's also important we follow up with our team members. It's one thing for you to give them a task. It's another thing for you to follow up on them. Always, sorry, I don't know if you can see my screen. So it's first thing for you to give them a task, and it's also another thing for you to follow up with them. And for them to do this, you need to be sure that you are doing what you are teaching them to do, because as we all know, it starts with you as a leader, it starts with you as a brand partner. For your team members to follow what you are doing, you need to teach them how to do that. You need to guide them, you need to coach them on what to do. And for me to also mention this, it's also important you learn the importance of working as a team. Don't just give out information you don't know. Don't just tell someone something out there because you just want to convince that person. If you are talking to a customer, if you are talking to a prospect, and the person asks a question that you don't know or you are not familiar with, it won't be bad for you to tell that person, please, can I come back to you? Can you just give me maybe between 9 to 7 p.m. for me to get back to you? Or can I refer you to my upline who can also teach you? Because some people always have this mindset, I don't want this person to see me as if I'm new in the business. No, you have to be real. because all these experiences is part of your is going to be part of your success story one day. So some people always make that mistake. I don't want this person to see me as if I'm just starting the business. This is possible the person will no longer be convinced. You can always refer the person to your sponsor. You can always refer the person to your grand upline. You can always refer the person to your team members. You can always refer the person to your neighbor at home, which is not even your network, because we work as a team. So it's very, very important to you take note of all these things. As we all know, we are always here to support you. We're always here to give you those necessary information you need. We don't just leave you for your upline or for your sponsor for them to give you all the information. We're also here to support. And part of this training is part of the things we've promised that we are going to support you with. And without wasting much of our time, we're also going to have, as you can see on my screen, you have just few minutes to fill this form just to confirm your attendance today and that you attended this module 3 training for today. Is very, very important. So if you can see on my screen, kindly scan this QR code for you to fill the Google form as soon as possible. We just have 3 minutes to do this and we'll call it a day and get ready for another training for May 2026. So we have 2 minutes more to scan this QR code to confirm our attendance. It's very, very important. If you kindly scan the QR code for you to confirm your attendance. Very, very important. We have 2 minutes to do that. While we do that, please don't forget all the things you've learned ever since you started this Alpha Club. Is very important to put them into practice. Don't just attend the training and it ends there. No, put them into practice. Always know why you joined. Always go back to your motivation. Always ask yourself, why did I join? That why is very, very important. So we have a minute more to do this. If you've not scanned the QR code, kindly do that for you to confirm your attendance. And we'll always receive it from our. All right. So thank you everyone once more for joining this training today. I believe we've learned one or two things that will also help us to build our business in the right way. And thank you for joining once more. And if we are going to share the PDF file, PDF format of this section today, in case you have your team members that would like to share it with, or you want to have a section with your team members, you can always use that to have a section with your team members. Thank you once more for joining this training today, and see you soon. Bye.